Full time, Manchester United 1, Luton Town 0. A game that obviously looked like hard in the final minutes to play because we felt like we couldn't obviously score more than one on the night. And let me tell you this, with the chances we're going to hate to miss today, Garnacho missing out a couple, Rashford missing out like 2-3 chances, then Rasmus Højlund had close to 3 chances to score. I really got to know that it was going to be hard for us to obviously get in a goal from our usual source. And today I was going to hate to mark yet another Premier League game of football where a United forward is not going to hate to score a goal. Remember, Rasmus Højlund hasn't scored a goal in the Premier League. Yes. Anton Martial hasn't gone ahead to score a goal in the Premier League. Even Marcus Rashford, for the 2-3 games he played as a centre forward for the club of Man United at the beginning of the season, he never found himself on the score sheet of the club of Manchester United. So welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David. Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really having a fantastic stay everywhere you guys are. This is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as Manchester United is concerned. We do strictly Manchester United. Let no one lie to you that we do anything else that is not Man United. It's strictly Man United, and Lindelof has been on target around the 59th minute. That's when obviously capitalized onto that effort that Rashford put into the mixer, and it fell onto his side, and he really went ahead to obviously score that goal. It's a goal that you cannot come out and obviously feel happy for, because I tell you, it was not well constructed. You know, well constructed goals couldn't cross the line. That is it. Well constructed goals couldn't obviously cross the line. That is it. They couldn't cross the line. Those that were really well constructed on the day couldn't cross the line, and obviously it was really a hassle for us to place that ball into the back of the net. But all in all, it's a win that's going to come in through. It is going to hate to come in through with lots and lots of fruits, and I'm going to be talking loads about them. Now, Lindelof is really an irregular source of goals at Manchester United, and if at all you happen yourself getting goals that are really evenly distributed in your team, then you have everything to brag about, because if your goals are not evenly distributed, that means that channel that feeds you goals day in, day out, when it's cut off, you have no way to get in more and more and more goals. That is it. So, to my own understanding, I really like it most when we see to it that several people are coming in through and obviously scoring in goals. For example, the first goal that we scored this season, it was scored by Rafael Varane against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Then Casemiro came in through and scored against Nottingham Forest. Bruno Fernandes scored, and Eriksson. You know, all those are really different sources of goals. Rashford scored one against Arsenal. You get. There is who else? Who else? Scott McTominay scored a brace against Brentford. So we are getting goals from these other sources, and that means if at all our center forwards and the forwards start putting those balls at the back of the net and they gain that confidence, then we're obviously going to turn out as one of the best teams in the world doing the business that most of you really want us to be doing better. So as a club of Man United and a supporter, for me, I'm really privileged that I've gone ahead to win this game. You know, when you are having all those injuries, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, Amad Diallo, Casemiro, who else is injured? You know, you cannot obviously not pray for something better. If you're complaining about the chances have been really created. And guys, that's what I want to see United doing for their number 9. That is it. Like today, Rasmus Højlund had close to 3 chances to score and he couldn't score. And for that, I'm not going to blame the forwards, the people that play around Rasmus Højlund, that they never created enough. If there is anything that they needed to create a goal, they did the job. They did their job. And even Rasmus Højlund had a chance he gave to Alejandro Garnacho, and Garnacho really missed out on that sitter. So everything was done perfectly today. The pressing was right. I saw Marcus Rashford tracking back Guys, I saw Marcus Rashford tracking back to it that he gets back to help Diego Dallo on several occasions. Even when Erik ten Hag twisted and took him onto the left, he was tracking back for the entirety of that beautiful game. So those are things I really want to see. I want to see that fighting spirit. And one will ask me that, Rokani, don't you think that these players have been told that the takeover stuff is done and everyone has been given assurance that they might be here for some time? I can't say no to that, because one of the reasons as to why this team has been performing badly, it's because of the top issues. The hierarchy has been shaking, and if at all the top is really shaking, even the downward side can't really be the same, even if they're really having some good roots that are really strong enough. So today I've seen players putting in a shift. They've run on that pitch like never before. They've put in a shift, and I really liked that. Sometimes when you're playing teams like Luton who are really stubborn, when you don't create those chances, when you create those chances and don't score, it really gives them more belief. That's why you saw to it that even in the dying minutes of the game, Luton was pushing to obviously come in through and obviously stop us. As a club of Manchester United, you saw to it that they are obviously playing and they wanted to obviously come in and really haunt us as a club of Man United. But we stood firm. We never gave them a chance. And even when they came at our goal, Andre Onana was really very, 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 very good. And he obviously went ahead to do the needful. But very many points to talk about. The chances were created. Rasmus Højlund was played in. Marcus Rashford was played in. Garnacho had a chance. So the front three of United had a chance for each of them to score a brace. Because for Garnacho, he had close to 3 times in the 18 box area of the opponent. And if at all he composed himself better, would have gone ahead to obviously get us a chance, or get us goals. Marcus Rashford in the first half, there is a ball that fell on him, and he decided to go for a shot. He shot over the bar. There is a drop ball that it was chipped to the back post by Bruno Fernandes. It got through 2 players of Man United. That was Scott McTominay and Marcus Rashford. So it shows you exactly that we really had a chance to kill off the game, and we didn't. And if at all we went ahead to concede today, I don't see any reason for blaming the manager. The manager's going to have to do exactly what he had to do. Even when Eriksen got an injury, do you know what the manager did? He never brought on Amrabat because he knew I needed to be getting in more central attacking midfielders. And guess who he brought in? It was none other than Mason Mount to play into that midfield of Man United. So it showed you that the plan was simple. Go ahead, get a result of 3 points, and the rest will be seen later. And today, Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to set another record. Having gone ahead to win against Fulham, and he got his 50th win for Man United, today he has become the first manager to collect 30 wins in his first 50 Premier League games. Put respect to the man's name. This man deserves respect. That is it. He deserves respect. In 50 games, he has 30 wins. Even Sir Alex Ferguson, the great of Man United, never did that. Jose Mourinho, a man who was known of being one of those managers that has gone ahead to obviously put in loads and loads and loads and loads of shifts to it that he has gone ahead to win on every continent, on every country. He has gone ahead to go. He never did it. He won a Champions League with FC Porto. He won very many league titles with Chelsea. He won league titles with Real Madrid. He won a Champions League with Inter Milan. He won the Serie A with Inter Milan and very many others. That is the lad I'm talking about. And he's a man that needs no further explanation. I'm talking about Jose Mourinho. Louis van Gaal, experienced as he is, he never really went ahead to obviously get into that ilk. So it shows you how this man is obviously blessed and is the right man for the job. 30 wins in 50 Premier League games. Guys, his win ratio is really high. If at all you're not going to hate to research about it, go and read about it. You'll get to know how good this man is and how he's becoming of late. I know we are really struggling as a team. I'm not going to come here and obviously hide. We are struggling as a team, but all those struggles as a team of Man United are all about one thing. First and foremost, at the top, the problems we are really having at the top are really costing us a little bit. That is it. Then secondly, the injuries you're having in the club of Man United, they're going to hate to affect us also. And I've gone ahead to obviously tell you on several occasions that every team that has gone ahead to get injuries, it has gone ahead to suffer. Every team that has gone ahead to get injured has gone ahead to suffer. Spurs have gone ahead to lose today because of the injuries they're really having and suspension. So no manager can really be performing well, if at all his team is really losing out on games, and losing out on players. That's what is happening at Man United. It happened at Man City with Rodri out and Kevin De Bruyne. They went ahead to lose 3 domestic games against Newcastle 1-0, against Wolverhampton Wanderers 2-1, and against Arsenal 1-0. But when Rodri returned and others returned, City went back to what we call the winning ways. So you all agree with me on that Man United is really suffering a lot from such scenarios that everyone is really well conversed about. So let's talk about another positive in this game. It's all about the clean sheet. We've gone ahead to keep a clean sheet. A clean sheet. Sir Alex Ferguson always said, clean sheets win trophies and goals win matches. So keeping a clean sheet is really important. Why? When played against Fulham, we've gone ahead to keep a clean sheet, and we've gone ahead to keep a second clean sheet consecutively at the club of Man United. After being trounced by Man City 3-0, Newcastle 3-0, we went out to Copenhagen, we've gone ahead and kept a clean sheet. And it was not all that an easy one, because in the first half, Onana had to pull out a brilliant save, and then with another save that he made, he made it look like a double save. But he had to do the needful. And Andre Onana, trust me, all the confidence he's getting, and if at all the team is really winning as it is winning right now, I think everyone is obviously going to be knowing exactly what and where we are heading as a club of Manchester United. There is no doubt about the future of Man United and Erik ten Hag. He has shown you that he can obviously get the right tactics to beat teams. Even in the midweek on Wednesday, would have gone ahead to beat Copenhagen. You all know that. But the problem was Manchester United got a red card. You get? So the players are really fighting. The fighting spirit has been really huge. And even Harry Maguire is really bossing the game today. Guys, Harry Maguire went ahead to boss that game. He bossed it very well, and I really enjoyed every bit of him into that mix, because he put up a show. And one will say that if you're playing against Luton Town and you are Harry Maguire, playing at Man United, playing at Old Trafford, why not put out a performance like that? I want to confirm to you that there are games that we're going to hate to play teams that are Luton Town, and Harry Maguire has been shit. You get? So when he's looking good, I have to come out and obviously give him the flowers that he deserves, because most people think that I'm here to obviously bash him all the time. And this is what people and journalists who have gone ahead and obviously said they've never seen a player of Man United or any player in the world, slated like Harry Maguire. You are wrong. You are wrong. Now, if you find any fan channel of Man United slating Harry Maguire, right, after that performance he put up, then you'll call me stupid. No one is going to come out and slate Harry Maguire. No one is going to come out and slate him, because he has gone ahead to put up a show that everyone has gone ahead to enjoy today. The way he won those L duels, the reading of the game. And I think that's one of the things that Erik ten Hag told him, that, you don't have pace. If you are caught by an opponent at the halfway line that is fast and you cannot catch up on him, just do the foul. And he did it today, and I really liked it, especially in the dying minutes. I think it was, is it Adebayo or something, who obviously found himself in that position of running towards our goal, and he obviously stood through him, and obviously it was a free kick. We reorganized ourselves in the central defense, and the rest was history. And we went ahead to keep a clean sheet because of such moments, and winning the L duels. If you remember, the goals that we conceded, the first one at Copenhagen, the third one and fourth one, they are all aerial duels, not winning them very well. The first one, it came in through the back post. It couldn't be won by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The third goal, Dalot, Harry Maguire, and Varane couldn't obviously find themselves in a position of winning it. The fourth one, the same thing. Harry Maguire heads that header. and it was like setting the ball to the opponent, like he did when you're playing Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. So to me, I really find it very, 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 very good. And an improvement has been made, by the way, in the defending, especially those earlier duels. You have to eat that today, Diego Dello and Sergio Roglan were defending the back posts very, very well. Even when they brought in crosses, the composure we used to see to it that we win everything in our box was really great. But if at all we are fidgeting, this team was obviously floating long balls in the 8 added minutes, in our box. Because remember, they got close to 3 fouls at the halfway of the pitch, and they had to float them. But none of those resulted into a threatening set piece. No way. Because we knew how to win those headers, and everything really went on as planned for the club of Man United. And kudos to the team of Man United. We are going into the international break, and we have some huge positives from this game. And I hope you guys are really geared up for these positives. And they are really huge. And I'm really liking this clean sheet. Now, when you look at the Premier League games, we're going to have to keep clean sheets. We've gone ahead to keep a clean sheet. When we played Wolverhampton Wanderers, we kept a clean sheet away at Burnley. We kept a clean sheet. We kept a clean sheet when we've beat Luton Town. Is there any other clean sheet we've gone ahead to keep? Fulham. I think we've gone ahead to keep only 4 clean sheets. But that shows you that as we grow into the season, we are becoming a much more better team. But we should obviously pray for the players to come back. And the beauty of all this, we are having Tyrell Malacia returning after the international break. Amad Diallo is going to return after the international break. Lisandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, and Casemiro are still out, I think, until December. That's what the manager is going to have to confirm to us. The other man known as, what's the name? Johnny Evans, who got an injury when you're playing Copenhagen away. He's also going to return in a space of 4 weeks. That is the man himself, known as Evans, Johnny. So with those injuries coming, that means we are adding more 2 players to the squad of Man United. Even Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be back, and we're obviously going to get our team back to where we deserve to be. What's the importance of having Tyrell Malacia into our team? He's a press-resistant player, and we can easily play with him from the back. That's the importance of having him back. So Sergio Roglan has gone ahead to put in a performance. Having not played in the previous games of Man United, he has showed us that at least can put up a show. His pace, his deliveries in the 18 box area of the opponent have been really nice. You remember that run that Rashford obviously released him, and obviously Renand did a sliding cross towards the byline. That is the heart that we love. Now, we've gone ahead to win this game. And there is something that you need to note. Tottenham Hotspur, where I think we had 18 points and they had 26, right? They were 8 points ahead of us. And today, Spurs have been beaten by Wolverhampton Wanderers by 2-1, meaning that us winning this game puts us into that situation of really having 21 points. We are just 5 points behind Spurs. Have you known it? Have you known about it, guys? We are 5 points behind Spurs. That is it. So for everyone who was there trying to hype Spurs that they're obviously going to finish above Man United, now we are 5 points behind them. Just 5. 5. Guys, we are talking about 5 points behind Spurs, a team that has been topping the table, for like the first 10 games of the season. But now we are 5 points behind them. So all what we have to do is that when we return from the international break, let's do our games. And when we return from the international break, the Premier League games you're going to play are as follows. We are playing away at Everton. That's obviously going to be a hard one, but I think Ten Hag has a very good blueprint against teams that play a low block and play a long ball. Then Newcastle away, 2nd December. Then we are hosting Chelsea at Old Trafford on the 6th of December. Then we play Bournemouth on the 9th of December. Then 17th December, we play Liverpool. There is playing away at West Ham, hosting Aston Villa on the 26th of December. Then Nottingham Forest, right? Playing away on the 30th. So Those are the remaining games until we get into the new year. And I think we can factor out results, guys. I'm 100% sure results can be factored out in a different way altogether to give us the best that we deserve as a club of Man United. And just 5. And let no one lie to you that we are not going to finish in top 4. The problem that's been affecting the club of Man United has always been the Glazers. So this takeover has obviously been found a solution for, and very soon everything is obviously going to be announced soon as possible. But chances were there, we couldn't score, and no one is going to blame those people responsible for creating chances in there for you. And when Anthony came on through, let's talk about the substance of Erik ten Hag. The first one was forced. It was not planned to take Eriksen off the field of play. That is it. So when he brought on Mount, I think it was a very good substitution because we wanted another player to surge into the final third of the pitch. And Mason Mount, I think today when he came on through, he really had a good game. I liked the way he ran because remember, he never ran when we brought him, when Ten Hag brought him on, when you're playing the side of Copenhagen. You know, he couldn't close down spaces very well, yet he had just gone ahead to come in through. So that was one of the weaknesses that really costed us the game, but he ran very well. The substitution was all about Anthony coming in through, and he sort of did that. No sooner he was brought on the field of play, instead of always going in for selfish effort, he passes that ball and releases Marcus Rashford in a very good position. But Rashford couldn't obviously finish it off. So, though the next time, he obviously got swamped. He tried to do the impossible, to get out, to get through a forest of legs, something that he cannot do, and they stole that ball. So I think the more times Erik ten Hag really benches this guy, the more times he's obviously going to come off the bench and do exactly what he wanted to do. Because the hardest thing in this world is to create an assist. Because an assist leads to a goal. If at all he comes in through and really does what he did for Marcus Rashford, then he'll be a better player. If he does that for the full 90, then no one is going to come out here and obviously have some ill words about him. But do you know why we're a threat at the beginning of the game? It was because we had 2 outlets, on both wings. The right attacking side of the midfield had Rashford putting in the show. You get? And you saw to it that the first goal that we're going to score into the 4th minute of the game, I think 4th, Harry Maguire releases Marcus Rashford. Rashford puts in a very good cross, though it had a slight deflection from the defender of the side of Luton Town, and it really got Højlund out of position, and that ball towards the goalkeeper that he saved hit the thigh of Rasmus Højlund. That is it. But it would have gone ahead to be a goal on any other day. So it shows you that the more you're having outlets on both sides, it's easy to score a goal. The goal that we score, it finds Rashford on the right side. He goes in for a hard ground shot. It fails into the defenders and it deflects back to Lindelof. And Lindelof hits that ball into the back of the net. That's the beauty of really having such people onto the pitch. So as Garnacho was cooking on the left, Rashford was cooking on the right, Bruno was cooking through the central attacking midfield, a position where he plays very, very well. So if at all you're having players like those who are really doing their job and creating chances from the center, left, and right, there is no way an opponent can survive. However good is good at parking the bus, trust me, he can't survive. He can't survive those attacks. Let's go into the match stats and see how everything really stood out. Now, Manchester United had 15 shots. Luton Town had 10. 4 shots on target for Man United. That's why I told you that a little bit of composure was obviously needed, because Marcus Rashford had a chance and hit that ball over the bar. Then Garnacho had like 3 chances, hit them over the bar. Bruno Fernandes, he went in for like a free kick. It was really ugly. The shots he obviously got outside the Gina's box area. And this is where I come in through and I request him to obviously take the blueprint of the goal he scored against Fulham. He never took it immediately. He had all the time. He faked the defender, and the defender showed him the back and went in for calling effort. One of the best players I've gone ahead to see score very many goals to the midfield was Kaka Santos Levexon Leite. He was one of the best players I've seen when it comes to scoring goals. But do you know his effort and magic? It was all about going in for curling efforts only. He went in for very many curling efforts that obviously resulted into his team obviously getting to where he wanted it to be. Let's go to the possession. 65% ball possession by Man United, and Luton Town had 35% ball possession. 565 passes completed by Man United. Luton Town completed 317 passes. 86% passing accuracy by Manchester United, and Luton Town had 80%. 9 fouls by Man United, 11 by Luton Town. Then 0 yellow cards to Man United and 2 yellow cards to Luton Town. 0 red cards to Man United and 0 red cards to Luton Town. 1 offside to both sides. We had 11 corners, and the goal resulted from the corner that we really had. So that is it coming in from Man United. And I think when it comes to corners, we need to be a little bit more industrious. That is it. We want to see to it that we obviously create lots and lots and lots and lots of different types of set pieces, because it's not that every time you're going to go long. Let's go short with a plan. That's what people should know. That why should we always go long? Let's go short with a plan. Like sometimes they obviously aim to obviously go at to look for Harry Maguire. They go short. After going short, they hit that ball to the far post, looking out for a player there. I always enjoy that dynamism in those set plays, because the more you obviously put them to be the same, then you're obviously putting yourself onto the cross. But all in all, it's a very powerful win for Man United that is going to hit to put us in a better position as we go into the international break. Now, as Sir Jim Ratcliffe is obviously going to be announced as the new partner of the Glazers in the coming weeks, this is good for us. Ten Hag has shown his potential. The players have shown that they like this manager. They've gone ahead to put their bodies on the line because of this manager. And I don't want to hear any journalist come out and really lie to us that these players are not playing for the manager. I don't want to hear such lies. These players are playing for the manager of Manchester United. I don't want to hear anyone coming in through and obviously throwing lies everywhere that these managers, the players, have gone ahead to turn around the manager. Especially when you look at Varane, there is a story running in the media. I think I'm going to do it tomorrow, that Rafael Varane has gone ahead to fall out with Erik ten Hag. That is a solid lie. It's a solid lie, guys. Don't buy it. Don't buy it, because these people are trying to obviously make their previous stories relevant. Having come out and obviously being ashamed by Erik ten Hag that the dressing room is not in his control and players are going to have to put bodies on the line to fight for the manager, people are trying out to put out statements that the manager is being backstabbed, right? They are saying that Erik ten Hag is being backstabbed by the players. He's losing control of the dressing room. Now, have you seen any sign that Erik ten Hag is going to hate to lose that dressing room? Have you seen any signs that show that? I've not seen any. I've not seen any, guys. So rebuff all that stuff, rebuff it, because it's really unrealistic. But guys, we are having 100 people watching in through, and only 14 have gone ahead to smash the like button. Smash the like button, and after smashing it, if at all you're watching us for the very first time, go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. Let's go a little bit to the Premier League table. Before I obviously go into your questions and your reactions, guys, if at all you feel like you want to talk to me, go into the live chat, put your message there. I'll obviously be reacting to it in the next 5 minutes to come. Let's go to the Premier League table and see how are we standing right about now and how things are obviously moving into our direction or not. Let's go to the Premier League table. Here or there it is. Sorry about that. Manchester City has gone ahead to play 11 games, right? They've gone ahead to play 11 games and they've gone ahead to get 27 points, 9 wins, 0 draws, 2 losses, 28 goals scored, 8 goals conceded, 20 goals as the goal difference, 27 points. That is it. Arsenal have gone ahead. Let me refresh this. Let me refresh it. All right, let me refresh it because it needs to be refreshed. It was showing a result of Arsenal. The game was done and dusted. Now, when you look at Arsenal, they've gone ahead to play 12 games, 8 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss, 26 goals scored. They've gone ahead to concede 10, and they're having 16 as a goal difference, on level with Man City, 27 points. Remember, Man City is playing Chelsea tomorrow, so anything can happen into that levels. So, Tottenham Hotspur, 12 games played, 8 won, 2 drawn and 2 lost, 24 goals scored, 15 conceded, 9 goal difference. They're having 26 points. Liverpool, 11 games, 7 wins, 1 draw, I think 1 loss, 3 draws, 24 goals scored, conceded 10. They're having 24 points with a goal difference of 14. There comes Aston Villa. He hasn't played. I think they're playing tomorrow. And they're having 22 points. Newcastle is playing right now because they are drawing with Bournemouth. It's still 0-0. They've gone ahead to give them 1 point to go to 22 points. So I'm here to confirm to you, everyone who really has a doubt about where we can end our season, that we are in good positions, guys. 21 points. That means we're 6 points behind Arsenal. Have you heard that? We are 6 points behind Arsenal. We are 5 points behind Tottenham Hotspur. We are 5 points behind. We are 3 points behind Liverpool. If Liverpool wins tomorrow, they are going to be 6 points ahead of Man United. Now, being 6 points ahead of Liverpool, Arsenal, it's really good because you know that you can catch them anytime because they might lose games, right? And if at all you continue winning our games, then these people will exactly get to know that it's really another way to obviously get this done and dusted. So that is the Premier League table as we're going to hate to see it. And for Man City, if they win tomorrow, we are going to be 9 points behind Manchester City. 9 points behind Manchester City. It's all about us keeping it where we deserve it to be. And where do we deserve to be? Getting the best of the best from the players by winning our games. And I think that international break is going to help us a lot as far as Manchester United is really concerned. Let me start off with what you guys are really saying. Kakuru Vian, I wonder why Man United is not scoring. Now, to me, I'm really impressed. Do you know why? There is huge progress. Your huge question in the previous matches were, why aren't we creating chances to score these goals? But when you look at the previous 2 games, we're going to have to play against Copenhagen and against Luton Town. We've gone ahead to start to create chances. So everything is a process, you know. Before you score a goal, you have to start creating chances. If at all we keep those chances surging in, game out, then nothing is going to stop us from obviously getting the best out of those players. So let no one lie to you that we are not obviously going to get there. I know we've gone ahead not to score, but chances are there. Sap Barrel, thank you for watching it through. Then I'm having Haruna Muyonjo. Hey, Mr. RD, a win is a win, but we lack creativity in the midfield. I don't know what type of game we've gone ahead to watch. With Rasmus Højlund getting 3 chances, Rashford had 2 chances, Garnacho had 2-3 chances, you know. So those are how many chances? Rasmus Højlund 3, Garnacho 2, those are 5, Rashford 2, those are 7, and who else? You know, so our front 3 had close to 8 chances of really scoring, and we never scored. The problem is we are not scoring goals. That is it. So that is something that Ten Hag needs to work about or work on with the players of Man United, that we should obviously get in more and more and more and more goals. We should be scoring our chances. Then many United useless as usual. I think the improvement is there, and let's accept that an improvement has been made by the club of Man United. If you're not seeing the improvement, I think we are watching a different kind of game altogether. But to me, I really understand that we are really ready to go. That is it. So I like that, but we just need to be more clinical. Let's kill off those chances as they come in. Then Angutoko Sam, this is big. Sam chatting from Arua City. Why coach really on Rashford too much? I think Rashford really went ahead to do lots of things today. Let's give him his flowers. Let's give him flowers. I think when we look at those two chances he had to score, he's lacking his confidence. His confidence is low. That is it. His confidence is low. And I think it's just a matter of time for us to see him really get back to where he deserves to be. And if at all he gets back to where he deserves to be, who benefits? It's the club of Manchester United. So I really believe that he will obviously get good and become better as a player of Manchester United. So smash the like button, close to those number of times, and don't forget to obviously coming through and really do the needful for the club of Manchester United. And this channel, continue to subscribe, by the way, because we want to hit 16,000 subscribers, and it's just 11 subscribers left to hit that milestone. There is some things that there are certain things that have gone ahead to be posted by Sky Sports that I obviously want to come here and really read for you as you people are really watching in through, because some records have been made. I've told you that this is the 30th win for Erik ten Hag in 50 Premier League games. The other ones we talked about were all about Erik ten Hag clinching 50 wins in all tournaments. But today, he has gone ahead to get his 30th, hear me out, 30th win in 50 games. No manager at Man United has ever gone ahead to register such a number of wins in 50 games. So it shows you how good this manager really is. 8 people watching in through, only 17 likes. Guys, smash the like button to 100, guys. Let's smash the like button to 100. I'm having a regular here known as Diala Chizoba. Good evening, guys. Good evening to you. How are you? And how is the going? And where are you watching us from? So I think the big question is going to be about the Rasmus Højlund hamstring injury. I think the assessment is supposed to be done to obviously tell us how long this player is going to be out. Then even Christian Eriksen, I don't know what exactly is wrong with him, but the two Danish internationals might not obviously show up for their national teams. That is it. For Rasmus Højlund, it looks like a hamstring injury. And for Eriksen, it also looks like it's a muscular injury. So wait and see how that's going to pan out from those players that come in from Denmark and play for the club of Manchester United. Up United, I'm so happy. Oh, a win is a win. Obviously, a win is a win, and it gets you 3 points straight away. So 3 points in the bag of Man United. They've been pocketed, and I see no reason of us not coming out and obviously jubilate for this, because if you don't really feel happy about this win, then you're not a United fan. Sometimes you just need that one goal to extend your lead of really with a good run with your team. So that is it. Coming in from the game of football is going to have to be played today, and hope you guys are really having fun from where you are, and you've gone ahead to obviously see to it that we get this win. And it's obviously another win, and Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to obviously improve this team better and better and better. I'm having Angutoko Sam, may I know return date of Luke Shaw and Martinez, Arua City. All right. For Luke Shaw, towards all after Christmas, that's when he's going to be back. For Lisandro Martinez, he's returning in January. Unless otherwise he makes a shocking recovery that sees him really return before January. But he's seen to be returning in January alongside Casemiro, because they really went ahead to obviously operate his, what is it called? Sorry about that. So we're here, and thank you guys for watching in through. But Lisandro Martinez is one of those that might not come in through. And if at all he doesn't get healed in December or January, United might be obviously forced to go in and really buy a center forward, that is left footed, moreover. Then Mbazira Douglas from Entebbe, Uganda. Eric is good one. Tell our bro, Eric Ten Hag is the future of Manchester United. If you're gonna hate not to see him at the future, then you need to watch him day in, day out. Guys, I sign out for now. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. For everyone who's been on this channel, continue to subscribe, smash the like button always, and turn on your notification bell. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims Barakallahu fikum. See you later. I'm out. Good win for Man United. It's yet another win for the club of Man United. It's our 7th win this season, and we're going to have to win 7 out of the 12 games we're going to have to play, and we're going to have to lose 5. There is no game that we're going to have to play this season that's going to have to end into a draw. That game is not there. All those games have been wins. So, see you later with the player ratings.